Shit. This is what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Yo, what up, dope people? I'd like to welcome you back to the Keep It Casino podcast. I am your boy Brown. To the left of me, we got
Vito.
And to the left of Vito, we got a special guest. 28th Street is back in the building. Kyle, what up, dog?
I'm back, man. I'm back. Thanks for having me again.
Ain't no doubt. Thanks for being here, man. We got a lot going on. You see the hat, I'm still repping. You know what I mean? Parades and all that. Look at Vito's face, y'all. That shit priceless, y'all. I might bring this shit up every week until the season starts.
No, you got the whole to the season start and to the season end, and you're still gonna be the champ.
Ain't no doubt.
I can't believe this shit.
Ain't no doubt. Oh, we gonna get to that, Kyle. Don't worry about it, man. You still want Brady?
I can't believe this shit, man.
All right, we're going to start off in the NBA. Vito, your boy. They saying Zion Williamson may need foot surgery again. He may be out for the season again. Keep it a C-note, Vito, Kyle, and the people out there. Has Zion Williamson hit Greg Oden status? Keep it a C-note.
Not yet to me, because I feel like he's still young, and we don't know what the future holds, so ain't no telling if he could bounce back off this foot surgery.
Vito, wasn't Greg Oden young? I mean, I know he looked like he was 40, but he was young, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I'm saying he's still young, and you know your bounce back time when you're young is a little faster than when you're old. And we don't know what the future holds.
Okay. What you think, Kyle?
Well, I ain't like Zion in college, really.
Okay.
And I didn't think he was really going to pan out in the league because he just was big, dunking on everybody.
Right.
So I didn't think that was going to translate to the league until he got to the league. And then I seen he was like averaging like 25. And it worked, and I'm like, damn, well, maybe he is just good.
Right.
But now that he been getting injured and getting all these surgeries, I don't know. Like, he might be done, too.
But because you said something interesting, and I was sitting thinking, right, what attracted y'all to Zion? What made y'all say, oh, young boy gonna be nice?
The way he was beasting motherfuckers.
It was, I would just say it was just like some, like the blocks he was getting.
Yeah,
and
for him to be that big, that fast, and that strong at that weight and that height.
Like I borderline hated him in Duke, and then when he got to the league, I was like, yo,
Is it because he played for Duke?
No, it was just because I'm like, I feel like he was hyped because I'm like, he don't do nothing, but he just dunk and you know what I'm saying, he just super athletic. Mm-hmm. And then once he got to the league, and I'm like, damn, he cooking in the league too. I'm like, well, maybe he really good.
But here's my thing, right? When I look at Zion Williamson, I started breaking it down, and I'm like, does he really do anything different than Blake Griffin did when Blake Griffin was a kid coming out of school? Mm-hmm. What does he do different?
Playing the perimeter more. Like, most of Blake's shit was in the, 15-foot and in. Zion to catch you out on the three-point line and take you to the rack and bang that shit on you.
Oh, because he's driving from a little bit further.
And he could shoot slightly better than Blake when Blake started.
To me, the only thing that I felt gave Zion the hype that, he was a little extra on the chunky side, and he was jumping like that.
Yeah.
I think that's why everybody gravitated towards him. But in reality, in the back of a lot of people's mind, people like, he's too big, to be jumping like that and be doing all that. Like, you know what I mean? Eventually he's going to catch up to him. Has he hit Greg Oden status? I say no. I say Greg Oden was better than Zion was when coming out of school. I'm not talking hype. I'm just talking skill.
Okay.
As far as what, though?
As far as overall skill. Because Zion, Oden broke his hand, learned to shoot with the other hand.
I remember Oden looking good. Originally I thought Oden made Mike Conley, but in all reality, I feel like Mike Conley made fucking Oden. Oden could block shots, and he could score around the basket sometimes because he was fucking damn near 10 foot. But skill, you missing me.
Well,
with the skill,
I think Greg Oden has skill, but I think also not just the injuries, but the part in time where he came into the game where the big man was just being on the verge of being extinct. Okay. You know what I mean? I think that really hurt it. But I'm talking about skill-wise. He was fundamentally sound. And, yeah, he did make Conley because I believe they played together ever since they was kids. And he got
But look at Conley.
But what I'm saying, he went to school and all. He got noticed and all that because of.
And then Conley made his own name in the league.
Yeah, he did. He did. But to me, I don't care what nobody say. Zion better athletic and he give you more highlights, but he's not a better player than Greg Oden was.
Okay, what makes Greg Oden better?
I just told you he was more polished. To me,
how? What did he do better specifically?
He's more moves. He can post up. He can shoot with either hand.
He can lay up around the basket with either hand. Most 7-footers can because you right there.
Bro, we ain't gonna act like he ain't drop stepping hooks and all that, hook shots and all that. He did all the stuff big.
He wasn't
But I'm
good.
saying Zion don't do none of that.
Zion gets you 26 points, and
but
he only doing one thing, and you still can't stop him.
Here's the flip side to that. Blake Griffin, even you just said it. If you're saying Blake
better than Zion.
No. Listen to what you said though. You said Blake Griffin was 15 feet and then Zion was more. So what I'm saying is Blake Griffin has averaged these numbers doing the same exact thing. You know he's not going to do nothing but dunk the ball.
And they got something in common. Better than Greg Oden.
I would get Blake Griffin better than Greg Oden, but Zion Williamson ain't showed me. I think I seen numbers. I think they say he played like 75 games in the NBA and missed like 100 and something games already.
Yeah,
I ain't talking about mission.
I'm still not the biggest fan of his. Like he did this. He showed me he can play in the league. I still don't like him. I still don't think he that good. But the numbers show it. But I don't know what he gonna be when he come back.
Oh man, I'm looking at Greg Oden.
No. Don't go off.
I'm not going, but I'm just saying, just for the record.
In college numbers.
Cause I can't.
I'm not going off numbers. What I'm just saying
nigga only averaged 8 rebounds at the most. 11 points at the most.
Yes, but he came into the league straight with bad will, so you can't count nothing in the league. What I'm saying is his skill set compared to Zion's skill set after 1 year in college.
I would say Zion because I can't really remember Greg Oden's game in the league. I remember him in college.
And you remember him being big and blocking a lot of shots.
Yeah, I can't remember him in the league that much.
In the league, you're not gonna remember it because he got. The year he got number 1 pick, he didn't play. He got hurt.
I remember that.
And then he didn't play the next year.
So what's his comparison to this big man in the league right now?
Who?
If you can compare Greg Oden
to somebody in the league right now?
Or center, period. Not just in the league at all time. Because you talking about his skill level. I don't see.
No. I'm not saying he was extremely skilled.
You're
saying I'm saying I can compare him to Blake. I can compare Zion to Blake.
Yeah, I love that.
But I don't know who I can compare. It got to be a slow-footed person.
Kwame Brown.
No, stop it, man.
You're right. Kwame Brown was actually more skilled than Greg Oden to me. Kwame Brown had a little something with him around the basket from time to time. Greg Oden just was
don't know how to manipulate situations.
Greg Oden was just his shot blocker. That's it.
Shout out Kwame Brown. What's your thought, people? Has Zion Williamson hit Greg Oden's status? Keep it a scene with us.
I'm gonna say no. I didn't answer it. I'm gonna say no though. I'm gonna give him another chance.
I say no
I'm gonna
too.
say no. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. All right, Vito. Next up, you wanted to talk unstoppable.
Yeah, well, this subject is who is the most unstoppable player at each position in the NBA of all time from 1 through 5.
Okay.
So y'all want me to start?
Yeah, who you got?
Okay. My number 5, I'm going to go with the Dream.
Okay.
Now, we all know what Shaq is, but we talking about most unstoppable. Shaq might be dominant.
Right.
But you can stop Shaq if you hack a Shaq.
Right.
Or if you can't really push him out, but he can't shoot. My number 4, Charles Barkley, of course. He's the most unstoppable power forward of all time. I don't give a fuck. Tim Duncan, big fundamentals, he good.
Timmy D, baby.
Mailman Malone, he's good. But Barkley does more than both of them dudes.
Okay.
My number 3, Prime Melo. No small forward in the history of the game is more unstoppable to me than Prime Melo.
Get him a Uber now, people.
Nobody.
Get him
a
Uber. Get him and Kyle Uber. That's all I'm going to say.
I ain't saying that, but I love Prime Melo.
Where's my phone so I can have an Uber on standby?
Post game.
Okay.
Bully ball.
Okay.
3-ball in your face.
Mid-range
in your face. I seen him give the Heat 54 points. None of it was in the paint.
Okay.
He could shoot 5 shots. Only thing he was lacking was defense. Most unstoppable small forward.
Okay.
Even though my favorite, the one for small forward all the time was probably Bird, but the most unstoppable was Melo.
Okay.
The 2, MJ. My man won 3. He won 6 chips. He won 3 one way and he won 3 another. The first 3, athleticism, Duncan, bullying dudes.
Right.
The second 3, got a little older, so he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna show you niggas how to do this turnaround, Jay, and hit y'all on the head when this chip." And my number 1 is Steph. Excuse me, Chef.
Oh,
okay.
You know, you already know what Steph brings, so.
Okay. Who you got, Kyle?
Now with me, I had 2 lists actually, because I really couldn't do it for 5 and like right now or back then. So I made my list 5 from back then and 5 from now.
Okay.
So that's what I did. So my 5 from back then, I did Shaq at the center.
Okay.
You know with Shaq, you can't. There's nothing you can do with Shaq.
Yeah,
you can foul him 5 shots, but Shaq is just Shaq.
Right.
Then at number 4, I got the greatest power forward of all time,
Barkley?
Tim Duncan.
Timmy.
Listen, the list is the most unstoppable.
Yeah, you couldn't stop.
Barkley is more unstoppable.
What could you do with Tim? You can't do nothing with Timmy.
Barkley had handles and he had trades. Tim Duncan ain't got that.
Timmy ain't had to step on no handles.
That's what I'm saying.
Timmy, man.
I fuck with Timmy, but he number 3.
Then my small forward, I wanted to go T-Mac on my small forward.
But hold on, let me cut you off. What position was T-Mac? Because he was a 1, 2, and a 3.
And that's what got me stuck, because I was thinking
You can put him anywhere. It's your list.
That's why
you want to put him at the 3. You want to put him at the 2. It's your list.
Because it was either him, because I didn't know if he was a shooting guard or a small forward. I didn't know where they put him at.
Maybe he played the one too.
Yeah, but I had either him or Dirk.
Okay.
Dirk was a forward though.
But that's what I was saying.
In my fact, I think he came in.
He came in. That's why I was like, that's why it was either one of them. So I'm gonna probably go with T-Mac. I'm gonna go with T-Mac at the 3. And my 2, I had MJ, of course. And at the 1, I got AI. AI came in as a 1, and then he moved to the 2.
I still see AI as a 1 too.
When Larry Brown got there, he moved to the 1. And then my list for the day, I got, for my point guard, I got Chef Curry.
Okay.
Shooting guard, I got Booker right now, but Harden when he in shape. If Harden when he on his shit, I got Harden. But if right now I'm gonna say Booker, because Harden ain't he a little big right now.
Right.
And my 3, I got Brian.
Okay.
My 4, I got Greek Freak. Ain't nothing you could do with him either. But he like what's his name to me? He was like Zion. I didn't like Greek Freak until last year. Till he showed me.
Did he
last year, once that playoff run in that finals, once they lost him 2 games, and he read off 4 straight.
You know why I fuck with him?
I was like, yo,
demeanor.
And he the same way. Like know he ain't really shooting. He going get to the top of the key, load up, and just try to run through you. And you ain't nothing you can do with it. So that's why I was like, I gotta give him his respect.
And he banging that shit every chance he
I had to give
Ben
it up.
Simmons, take notes.
And my 5, Embiid.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Embiid, like I was just watching Embiid. That was what the other night. Who they played the other night? It was on TV. It was on TNT.
Boston.
No, one Boston. They got blew up by Boston. It was the game after that. Whoever they played after that when he had 40. I forgot what the Sixers played. They was on TNT.
I lost my ticket.
It might have been the
other night when I sent you the. It was the Bucks. It was the Bucks.
Yo,
there's only one person that can stop Embiid, and that's Embiid.
Yo, when he got it was at one point they went to him 4 straight times, and he just on some bully ball shit. Yeah, Embiid is special.
As long as he don't settle for the J.
Yeah, and he ain't really been taking them J's like that, like no threes like that this year. He been pounding this year. But
well. Here's my thing. At first, when you gave me this list, I mean, you told me this topic, I was like, I thought you meant today. I don't think nobody in today's NBA is unstoppable.
KD?
Nobody. I don't
Kyrie.
think nobody.
And Steph Curry.
And KD,
listen,
honorable
this
mention.
is why I don't
LeBron.
think nobody is unstoppable until today's NBA. Just like how you just said with Embiid. You just said as long as he don't
Settle for this, yeah.
Right. And then you turned around. Before that, you said the only person that can stop Embiid is who? Embiid and Giannis, to me, are the most closest to being unstoppable, but they still got that flaw where they take themselves out. Like, to me, Giannis comes in, especially like they knock Giannis so much for the jumper, and you could tell that he work on it so much.
Okay.
So he wants to prove that he works on it. So now he hoisting 8-9 threes a game, which is really like taken away from. He's unstoppable. Yeah. Embiid the same way. You don't gotta shoot nothing, nothing within 7 without going from 7 feet, and he's dead unstoppable.
So you don't think KD unstoppable?
Nobody, because they all have stretches where they give the opportunity away. They help.
Hold on.
Not even Curry.
Nobody.
Nobody.
You saying KD's unstoppable because KD got everything offensively.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, to me, unstoppable is I only could name 3 people. I can only name 3 people. MJ, because of what you said, when MJ was born, nobody could stop him, nobody could beat him. And that's my thing. That hasn't happened today. Everybody has a feel. Everybody got rings.
But that's not true.
Everybody,
unstoppable and unbeatable is 2 different things.
Unstoppable means that you got to be able to get a basket when it counts, though, right? That's my thing with unstoppable.
KD is that ball. What are you talking about?
But what I'm saying is, them dudes, they missed that certain thing that Jordan got. That
Kyrie is that ball.
Nah, they're good players, but they stopped themselves. They stopped this. That would be my thing.
I can agree with that, especially when you say about like with Giannis and Embiid. Like if they just stuck to around the basket shit,
true.
It's
but
over.
At the end of the day, when they play the way we know that they can play, nobody can stop them.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, and because they don't play the way we know they can play consistently, that's why they're not considered unstoppable.
But no, they are.
KD
is unstoppable.
If listen
Nobody
to what
can
I'm
stop
saying.
KD.
If Mike was taking his foot off the gas when it counted and all that, if he didn't keep his foot on nobody, you wouldn't say he's unstoppable.
Yes, he. Listen,
True.
if I take my foot off the gas, that's just me taking my foot off the gas. When I put my foot on the gas, you can't check me. I mean, you can't fucking stop me.
Yeah.
It's niggas who put their foot fully on the gas and still can be stopped.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, to Embiid, him putting his foot on the gas means that I can shoot this 3. That's what I'm saying. The different mindset, which doesn't make them. To me, unstoppable means like if we playing a video game and I know you can't stop the run to the left. Every play, I'm going to the left. That's unstoppable.
You're not going to do that, though. You're going to throw the ball every now and then.
In the NBA, you can do that. Embiid can come down every time and back the niggas down and score.
I'm glad you said that because how many times have you watched a game where, for example, Embiid comes down 4 or 5 times in a row and they can't stop it? And then the next 4 or 5 times in a row, they go somewhere else and they lose the fucking game.
Or the flip side, that's happened too. Or the flip side, how about he coming? Because it's times where he shoot it 4 times in a row, unstoppable in the paint, and then the next 2 times he spot up for 3s. That's not unstoppable, bro.
LeBron is unstoppable.
No, he not.
Can't nobody check that ball, man.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Popovich, the first championship. He showed the blueprint. Every championship that LeBron had.
He was a puppy. He was a puppy.
Listen, let me finish. Let me finish though. Every NBA Finals LeBron has lost has been off that same formula that Greg Popovich installated. Let's let him shoot jumpers and keep him from. That's not unstoppable.
You know when he lost to Golden State, he led in every statistical.
I'm not talking about Golden State.
You just said every time he lost.
I'm talking about what he got when he lost to Golden State. Which one? The first time?
The one he lost. They only lost one to Golden State.
No, they lost 2 to Golden State.
Yeah, they lost back to back. I think to Golden State.
No, they lost one.
The
first one he lost when everybody got hurt.
The one Iguodala one.
That's when everybody got hurt. He's supposed to lead in everything.
How?
What do you mean? He didn't have nobody.
His stats was crazy that fight.
He didn't have nobody. But look, my other 2 people, I would say Jabbar in his prime was unstoppable. And Larry Bird before injuries was unstoppable. Them the only three people I could think of. Because Larry Bird is Larry Bird would tell you what he's going to do to you.
No Kobe?
Kobe was on the verge of it though. He right there. But
Man,
if we going by position,
81 points in a game. Did you not see the stretch of 60-point games, 50-point, 40-point games?
Who?
Kobe. Come on.
Only reason why I don't got Kobe is because I had MJ as my team.
Yeah, that was
Kobe unstoppable.
Yeah, that was my thing too. I thought we was just going by position. But also though, we ain't gonna act like he ain't hoist up how many shots in that 80 point. Come on, man.
You gotta hoist up a certain amount of shots to get 80, but it ain't like he ain't have 60 in 3 quarters before too.
Yeah, I mean, it's all love. It's all love. I ain't got no problem with Kobe. We ain't gonna do that.
Bird is unstoppable. I agree, but Bird offensively ain't had more in his arsenal than Melo. He except for a better passer.
Bro, Bird was a better shooter.
Better shooter, yes.
Yeah, everything better, but he wasn't as
he wasn't better in the post. He wasn't better mid-range. He wasn't better bully ball.
Bro, you done lost your mind. You done lost.
I love Prime Melo. I love Prime Melo.
Nobody. Bird. Listen, what gives Bird is the better player to me, but we talking about unstoppable. Nobody could stop that ball with his prime. He would have punished Bird. Bird would have punished him too.
My nigga. It's nothing more unstoppable than a nigga telling you, I'ma come down, I'ma post you up at the free throw line and hit a fadeaway. There's nothing more unstoppable than that.
Yes,
I'm giving you the script.
You know what's more unstoppable than that? When you know I'm about to put you in my back pocket.
My nigga, I'm giving you the script. You know the play that I'm about to run. And you still don't stop
it. Come on, man. That's some shit right there.
You got to be kidding me.
No, that's some shit.
All right, let me ask y'all a couple things real quick. All-Star Weekend was come and gone. With All-Star Weekend, how do you feel about the way they pick the players for the team? They vote the starters in, the coaches do the rest for the bench and all that. Should that formula be changed? Like, we had things where KD didn't play. He didn't miss half the season. He was a captain. You got Harden was a reserve. He didn't play like that. Like, should it be some type of changes?
Yes, because Wiggins and Draymond Green should not even been on the radar.
Really?
Really. Not even on the radar.
Wiggins, I would say maybe reserve. Draymond, no.
Wiggins not totally even reserved because Murray averaged damn near triple-double, and he wasn't even on the list. He got in on the strength of an injury. Okay. He should have been a fucking starter if that's the case.
Okay. You talking about Murray exactly who? From San Fran?
Yeah, DeJounte Murray.
Okay. I will ask you this because I agree with y'all with Draymond Green. I don't think Draymond shouldn't have got in. I don't think Harden should have made the team.
Draymond got in because they with the number 2 in the West. So that's why he got in.
That's why I can argue Wiggins. Wiggins can't argue Wiggins. Listen, what I'm saying is Wiggins was on the best team out the West. He's arguably their second best player when Clay wasn't there. He's totally switched his game. He's nice defensively. He's going to make an all-defensive team this year.
I don't know about all that.
He's going to make an all-defensive team, bro.
Hold on. You're talking about, because your favorite line is a movie. Let me let you know the movie about being looking like a good defensive player on that specific team, which is Golden State. They outscore motherfuckers so bad.
No.
Let me finish.
I know what you're going to say.
Let me finish for the people who don't know. They're going to run and gun, and the opposing team is trying to keep up with them, so they're not going to score their average. That makes them the number one defense. They've been the number one defense team quite a few times.
Yeah, I'm not...
Wiggins ain't no good defender.
Vito, I'm not talking about...
You don't just all of a sudden become a good defender.
Vito.
Come on, man.
The kid got better. Year by year, the kid got better.
Man, his numbers have been the same every year.
Nah, Vito, that
his numbers
kid got
the same
better.
every year.
That kid got better,
Got better because he's on a better team. It might look different.
No,
I'll give you an example. Somebody brought to my attention. My man Mike brought to my attention. The difference when you're playing for a bigger, well-known franchise like DeMar DeRozan. You would never think that DeMar DeRozan averaged 20 plus 26 points and some shit like that when he played for Toronto. But now that he with the Bulls, he's getting seen every day. Yeah. You notice him more, right?
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, because he averaged 20 on the Spurs, but I thought he was kind of done.
Yeah, me too.
And then I'm like, damn, when he went to the Bulls, I'm like, where the fuck this come from? So
listen, the shit with DeMar DeRozan is DeMar DeRozan got caught up in that era with them. I believe it was them Cleveland teams.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of killed him is setting back. That niggas was like, he can't get over the hump. Yeah. He leave, and they team win the chip. You know what I mean? So when he overseeing there, that fucked him up for a little bit. But DeMar DeRozan is actually good.
Yeah,
he was always good. But now they winning does matter.
It does.
But it only matters with certain things because, like, let's take for instance the Cleveland Cavaliers. They was like the number 4 seed at the time of All-Star break. Mm-hmm. All they guys got in on the strength of niggas getting hurt. Like Jared Allen averaged 16 and 11. How?
Young boy got in.
Yeah, I think he just
Garland.
Garland got in.
He got in on. They got in off niggas getting injured, didn't they?
No,
Garland made it.
Yeah, I think Garland made it. I think, but Allen got in off an injury, off a heart.
Allen. But even with that, like Jared Allen should have been on that team from the gun.
I agree with that too.
You know what I mean? So it's like some dudes is gonna get picked on the strength of their name, and some it might got to do with some of the franchises too.
It's a popularity contest. It's always been like that.
But on the flip side, you also gotta understand that the All-Star game is so called for the fans. Why let the fans vote in the 5?
Yeah, but my thing is, if it's for the fans, let the fans vote everybody.
I agree.
Don't just let them vote the starters in.
Okay.
My thing is either take it away because
no. I don't agree with that because if the fans voted area, for example, you could have a bum ass nigga that's just famous as a motherfucker, and everybody vote him whereas though it's dudes that's actually had good seasons that deserve to be in there.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Right. This is why I say that because I've had the I've been on the losing side of a lot of arguments. Unfortunately, a lot of my favorite guys was guys that got hurt in their career. Penny Hardaway, T-Mac. One of the arguments that I've heard a lot of when T-Mac really started getting hurt, when Penny first started getting hurt is, let's say, for instance, if Penny got 6 All-Stars appearances, they saying 3 of them he wasn't even playing that year, basically. He just got voted in by the fans. Yeah. But that still goes on his resume as he was an All-Star. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't think that should be cool where a nigga that's averaging 16 and 11, he don't make the All-Star game, but this guy get voted in just because of his name and he played 3 games this year. Yeah. So it's like, to me, that you're going to let the fans vote.
Ain't even average that. So what you talking about?
Who?
Wiggins ain't even average 16 11.
You can't tell, but what I'm saying is you can't say who should have made it over Wiggins then. You acting like it's a bunch of people you could have said.
I would have to
even with Murray, the numbers are good, but the record isn't good. Yeah. Wiggins got everything to go with it. They on a winning team.
It's an all-star game. It's not a who got the best record game.
Well, first of all,
Wiggins, hold on.
Wiggins was voted in, so that's one thing. So he goes to what I'm saying now.
But no, what I'm saying is, let's not act like Wiggins ain't averaged basically the same numbers on a losing team and ain't get it. Well, he only got it because he on a winning team.
And losing changes your
but it don't make you a better player, is what I'm saying.
I was saying his numbers is almost the same, and he. That's what I said.
He's winning there. That's what I'm saying is you're not gonna look at nobody. His numbers, you're not going to look at him when he's on the bad team.
Not true.
You're not.
Yes, it is.
No,
because I see good players on losing teams.
I know for sure I wasn't looking at him when he was on the bad team.
I wasn't looking at Wiggins, period. I'm still not looking at him. My point is, just because you're losing team don't mean you ain't going to get no shine because y'all losing.
No, what I'm saying is for the stuff he getting, he don't got eye-popping numbers.
No.
So he's going to get on the All-Star team because of fan votes. If he make it as a sub, it's going to be on the strength that his team got a best record. And he played his part doing XYZ on that team.
And like you said he from Canada too. So
he from Canada, so you know he's going to get a lot of votes. Especially now that he winning.
He's been from Canada since he got in the league.
But he's winning now.
Yeah.
That's winning my
point. It's the only difference.
Yeah. Is he winning? That's
he not no better.
Yeah. I wouldn't say he's not no better. He do the same shit.
I'm not saying he's any. Now, defensively, he is better.
Nigga, the year they played the Lakers in the play-in game, this motherfucker couldn't hit a shot.
Yeah.
He couldn't stop nobody.
He's better,
he couldn't stop nobody.
He like you know
he was worse than Harrison Barnes.
I was about to say that. I was like, he just like Harrison Barnes almost.
28th Street. Let's Uber. Like, we gonna have to Uber.
I remember games Harrison Barnes was giving out 40s. I ain't never see this dude.
He disappear a lot.
Yeah, he do.
He disappear a lot.
He do. Okay, let's switch over. Football. Richard Sherman, he's been going crazy a lot lately, right? So, you know, he was coming at Russ, saying we can't let Russ cook. We don't win Super Bowls. He come at Eli a little bit. But he had something interesting to say about Stafford after Stafford won the Super Bowl. He said that the Hall of Fame bar is incredibly low now, like a participation trophy. No all-decade team, no all-pro. He's never been an MVP. Only one Pro Bowl, and he said he's not even the MVP of the Super Bowl, and he was never considered the best any year he played. At least Matt Ryan has won an MVP. So I said last week that he was a hater, and I still shouted him out, you know. But Richard Sherman, where does he rank when he was playing? Where does he rank? Is he a Hall of Famer, All-Pro, Overhyped? Like, what is he?
I like him as a Hall of Famer. Now, I'm gonna say his era. Which corners is his era? Because like that's what got me mixed up a little bit. Like I was trying to figure out.
His era, like
Peterson,
Reeves at the end. Because I wrote down 10 corners.
Okay.
That I did have, but if I had to put him somewhere, it would probably be behind Reeves and Patrick Patterson.
Okay.
I would probably, and he probably would be third. Let me look at what I have.
Okay.
I think I would have him third probably.
Now let me address this. As far as him being a hater,
yeah, I probably have him third.
Is when he's talking about Matt Stafford, he's not hating. When he's talking about Eli, he's not hating. He's just telling the truth.
But he hating when he's talking about Russ.
He's hating when he's talking about Russ because it's not the truth.
Okay.
What did he say about Russ?
Letting Russ cook don't get you Super Bowls.
Okay.
That's like, because it hasn't gotten to. But they have gotten to a Super Bowl that Russ cooked. But on the flip side, as far as his era, he's number 2 to me. And as far as his numbers, and compared to Reeves, his numbers is some. A lot of his numbers is better than Reeves. But I'm only giving Reeves the edge because Reeves traveled.
I was gonna say that.
The only reason why I'm giving Reeves the edge over him.
Okay.
I was gonna say that.
But his numbers is real nice. As far as
now, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna pick devil's advocate. Was he that good because of that defense, like that the Legion of Boom? Because of all of them.
You can say that about any corner if that's
no. I don't think you can say that about any. What I'm going to ask you, right? Let's just keep it real. Let's just start. Was he more important to that team, win, lose, or draw, than Russ?
No. Russ was most important.
Was he more important to that team than Bobby Wagner? Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I would say no.
I would say yes.
Okay. Well, you would say. Well, we'll come back to why. We'll come back to why.
I got.
Because I want to go. I want to go further, right? Because whatever. What about the guys behind him? What about? Was he more important to that team than Chancellor?
And Earl Thomas.
Oh, Earl Thomas.
I don't think so.
Come on, bro. How about on the line, Michael Bennett?
Let me tell you.
Hold on, one more. Let me give you one more.
Go ahead. Keep
How
going.
about when they won the Super Bowl and the year they didn't win this? Was he more important than Marshawn Lynch? Because all I heard was Marshawn Lynch should have got the ball. I've never heard of Richard Sherman this or that.
Richard Sherman got the ball here on defense.
No, but what I'm saying is I've never heard nothing from Richard Sherman.
He stopped the game-winning touchdown and turned it into an interception when he blocked the pass to Crabtree.
Yes, that was my next point because my thing is this. I think we give people, first of all, Crabtree wasn't never that good in the NFL.
What the fuck that got to do with a pass being on the money?
But what I'm saying is he made his name known off some duds.
Who threw that pass?
What's the name?
A dud.
Who?
A dud.
Who threw that pass?
Was a ball.
Oh, Cap threw that pass?
A dud.
I don't know if it was Smith or Kaepernick.
Whoever it was, Craig ain't gonna act like him. Kaepernick had a good year or two, but Kaepernick wasn't that nigga like that.
He was when he had that good year or two. Fuck you talking about? He went to the Super Bowl.
One. That's all you can.
Who was the other corner on the other side of
nobody?
Sherman? Browner, right?
Byron something.
No.
One nigga.
Maxwell.
No,
Byron Maxwell. Yeah, the
Maxwell.
No, but
because he went to the Eagles.
It was
Browner got hurt. Browner didn't play the first year in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All right, now do you hear my why?
Why?
My why is because when niggas thought he was done at the Seattle, he came to San Fran and he was the least thrown at cornerback. He had the highest rating as a cornerback, but they didn't play with that ball even in the old age.
But that could have been off of hype already.
That's
you know what I mean? Off his name.
That was all.
But when they did test him, what happened?
What I'm saying to you is, I just named at least 6 people on the Seattle Seahawks that was. If you take Sherman off that team, them niggas still would have been a Legion of Boom.
No,
he was no factor on that defense.
Excuse me, let me
he played this part.
Cam and Earl was the ball hawk. I give him that, but that's going deep. Sherman ain't out there. Cam was just a hitter. That ain't got that on the fact.
My nigga, they got you on every. What about on the line with Bennett applying the pressure? What about Wagner got the whole the middle of the field? Yeah. They was stout everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
They was stout everywhere. So it like Tone asked one time, was he overhyped? No cap. I said he really was. It's not like he was either because of where he got drafted. There was no expectations. But when you really look at it, he fell in a good position where all you had to do was play your role. Everybody, if you take away the Legion of Boom, if you just look at him as a talent, he's not the fastest.
He's not.
He got a lot of shit with him that is he could be so-so. But what I'm saying is,
so let me ask you this question: when the because it ain't like the defensive line or the linebackers get to the quarterback every play. So how is it that when that ball hold on, you didn't even know what I'm about to say.
No, I didn't mention KJ Wright. I forgot to mention him too.
You shouldn't have mentioned him.
And Averill.
But the line and the linebackers not getting to the quarterback every play. The safeties ain't got nothing to do when they doing the short shit in his area. What happens when he is shutting all that shit down in his area that ain't got nothing to do with them other guys? Because everything in his area was getting shut the fuck down.
It was. He
getting shut down, or he wasn't getting thrown.
No, nigga. Obviously, I said getting shut down. I said when they try him,
he might be a product of that secondary. Maybe I'm not saying he is. He might be a product of that secondary.
Nigga, I give you a promise. Nnamdi Asomugha, when he played with the Raiders, he was the shit. When he got sent to the Eagles, he got exposed.
Shit. Yeah, but
when he got sent to the 49ers, hold on, he got sent to the 49ers. He still was getting exposed. When Sherman went to another team, he still was Sherman.
But Asomugha,
without all them safeties and all that shit.
Yeah, but Asomugha, the perfect. Well, we always talk about systems. Asomugha came from a system where he was playing man and went to a system where they tried to make him play zone, and everybody.
Nah, that was an excuse.
Everybody knew Asomugha wasn't good in zone defense.
No,
everybody knew that.
Oh yeah,
that was an excuse because when he played man, he was getting his ass. They didn't play zone every fucking down. For one, and he came to us, and we play a lot of man too.
Right.
Before when he came to us.
Right. He was better with man. He better. Yeah. He went to the Eagles. They made him play zone, and that kind of threw him off. And
then my last.
Let me just say this before you. Even if you playing zone, you play in a certain area. You playing the man in that area. Once he get past you, it's no longer a problem. But if you're sticking that man in that area, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. He was getting his ass handed to him.
And my other knock on Sherman would be he didn't travel either. I like corners that travel.
Yeah, right. That's the knock. He don't travel.
He don't travel. Like he's just on one side of the field the whole time.
For the record, Sherman, he played Matthew Stafford 4 times. Matthew Stafford, 1,161 passing yards, 7 touchdowns and an interception. Sherman has never picked him off or deflected a pass on Stafford. So I say it's hate because that boy torched Sherman in his career.
Well, let me ask
and he's one of them guys, right? He's one of them guys with the losing record and all that. All them years at Detroit, he still torched that man every time he played.
Dudes, but my thing is, he had whatever yards he had. I'm sure it's probably guys who had better stats on him. But Sherman's Hall of Fame status. I don't think Matthew Stafford is.
Listen, this is the perfect scenario. Y'all was just talking about it. Winning changes your perception. Here's the thing. When he said
winning changes your perception.
Hold on. What I'm saying is winning change your perception, and football is a popularity contest. When we doing the All-Pro teams, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, these guys is shoo-ins. It's shoo-ins, especially because first of all they got a name.
How did you get the name?
Because
time out. Let me finish.
No, how did you get the name though?
But no, I see what you're saying because Eli is not a Hall of Famer, but his name is gonna make him a Hall of Famer.
Okay, I know how he got his name, but how did these other guys get their name?
What do you mean?
Eli got his name because of his brother.
Who? What other guys are you talking?
All the niggas you named: Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. How did they get their name?
Because they come in, they electrify, they cook, box office,
they cook niggas,
and they on teams that's winning. They don't even.
The team is winning because of them, though. That's the difference. That's what you're not stating.
Well, besides for Mahomes, because I can't argue with Mahomes because he took Alex Smith's place and took them to the bowl, so that was the same team. But Green Bay won a Super Bowl before Aaron. They was
when? Who?
With Brett Favre.
Okay.
They was already.
How far removed? You act like he played with the same team.
No. Time out. What I'm getting at is right. Let's take certain teams: Dallas, San Fran. Even though y'all, and there's no pun intended, even though y'all ain't won shit since like most niggas was in middle school that was our age, y'all ain't won shit since then, right? But a lot of people still put a lot of stock and all that into dudes that play on your team. Y'all get more looked at because y'all gotta, even when y'all losing, y'all down and out.
Yeah,
y'all
like right now, they got us at the fourth best odds to win the Super Bowl.
Hold on, just let me say this. When you actually got it backwards. Because you're talking about Patrick Mahomes taking Alex Smith's spot. KC was actually a better team as far as they was actually winning games with Alex Smith. They went to the playoffs with Alex Smith.
Right. It's the same thing as what we was talking about. Mark Jackson was taking Golden State to the playoffs, then he got fired, and Kerr got the job all the way done. What I'm saying is that team was still already good. They had the Hall of Fame coach.
Aaron Rodgers and them wasn't before.
But they're a franchise name. What I'm saying is franchises like Green Bay, San Fran, Dallas, no matter how long ago y'all won, y'all still name franchises that y'all going to get big free agents. Even though y'all don't win shit, y'all going to get big free agents.
TV games.
All of that.
You only get TV games when you win. When the last big free agent we had?
That's not true.
Yeah,
that's not true. The
TV.
perfect example is Detroit stick every year and they get a fucking Thanksgiving game.
One game. Come on, man.
A national televised game on
and
the
they
biggest.
always playing Dallas. That's why they getting it.
No, listen, Chicago and Minnesota.
And we, like you said, we ain't won since 90 whatever. But we the highest franchise, like, in any sport.
Just think about it.
And we ain't won nothing. And we
just
still,
think
we
about
the highest paid franchise.
Just think about it. I'm not gonna dwell on this.
Winning don't change shit.
Just think about it. The motherfuckers say Dak Prescott is better than ABC, this person, that person, and put him up there every year, and Dallas don't do shit.
That ain't got nothing to do with how good he is, though.
No, it got to do with most of the times is motherfucking Cowboys fans with wishful thinking, putting that shit out there into the air.
So you're telling me if the team doesn't win or doesn't go to the playoffs or whatever the case may be, that means they don't have good players? You still have Dak still could be good, and the team just ain't shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is if Dak plays, like I say, if he plays on Detroit, Dak don't get the hype like that. Even though he might have the same numbers.
He
because
also
they're
don't
losing.
Get the hate like that either.
Huh?
True. He also don't get the same hate.
True.
Don't get the same for Detroit.
If he played for Detroit, yeah.
As he does for Dallas.
For Dallas, yeah.
He gets way more hate at Dallas than he would if he played for Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, I figure that because, them stats I just pulled up was from Detroit versus everybody. They love Matthew Stafford. You can't talk wrong about Stafford.
Who loves Matthew Stafford?
Detroit.
They had Detroit Rams shirts. They were selling them at the Super Bowl. Detroit Rams.
Speaking of the Rams, Kyle, our GM, Sam Snead, he said, fuck those picks. Draft picks not important. Shout out to my guy Abel. We went back and forth. He said that we basically bought a ring because we had a super team.
So what?
I don't know.
So what?
I don't know. But what I told him is our ring was with 4 big name stars was equivalent to the Eagles that year. They won the Super Bowl and they signed like 10 niggas. Alshon, Torrey, their whole team was a fucking.
It ain't equivalent to that.
It is equivalent.
Them what ain't what
No. What I'm saying is the names. The names. We got 4 names. What I'm saying, the Eagles filled their whole roster with free agency. both Alshon, Torrey Smith, which was both their receivers.
No name.
It doesn't matter. LeGarrette Blount, Ajayi, they starting running backs.
The only nigga who actually really had a name.
What I'm saying is, you take that's 4 starters on a fucking team. Who they gonna throw the ball to if they didn't have Alshon in them? So their names were. That's what I told him. It's the same thing, but it wasn't. They got Michael Bennett.
Concept.
They got but just the names was bigger. So my thing is, should more teams implement this?
Yes.
Have draft picks.
Hell yes.
Why yes?
Because
Sean McVay and them geniuses.
No, you want to go?
Yes. Okay.
But I'm gonna go. Listen, all I'm gonna say is I've been saying
next.
this for years because with a draft pick, you don't know what you're getting. College, you might dominate, but you get in the league, you could be a regular ball.
That's facts.
A lot of niggas coming don't be shit.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
facts.
So get at least with the pick, I know what I'm getting. Give me the pick all
That's
day.
facts.
And I'm saying hell yeah because in the NFL, it ain't like the NBA. You could be good NBA, go to the championship 5 years in a row. In the NFL, your window closed quick.
Facts.
So if you got a chance to come in and win right now, that's why when I said before the episode, I said if I could get Tom Brady, I don't care if he's 50 years old. If I could get Tom Brady right now, I would take him right now over Dak to win a Super Bowl. I just want to win a Super Bowl. I don't care about no picks, none of that.
Right.
Like right now, the last 2 years, you seen what happened. Brady went from one team, went to Tampa Bay, won in his first year. Matthew Stafford, same thing.
Right.
Fuck them picks. Fuck them picks. I would take Tom Brady right off the couch right now over Dak Prescott.
Give me Aaron Rodgers.
I don't mean to be the dead horse, but I'm not. Listen, we not gonna keep acting like the Eagles is a perfect example of it. How many picks have they messed up? Did they could have just
the Sixers?
The Sixers. No. Remember the thing we posted on IG story about Cleveland Browns? All the niggas they missed out on.
No, I missed that.
They missed out on so many niggas.
You gotta
in the
find
draft,
that again,
bro.
That shit was crazy.
But listen,
that was all in 1 year too.
1 year.
Even with us though, we always draft good, and look where we got us. We ain't won. We draft good all the time.
See, here's the thing that I try to tell people today. When they say F them picks, they usually talk about first round picks because we not going to get it twisted. Most of our good players our good role players are like 3rd, 4th round draft picks. So you still got to draft good when you say F them picks.
Running back. Listen, I started running back last year. He was he wasn't even drafted. He was an undrafted free agent, and I started running back this year. It was a 6th rounder.
Y'all always got a little sneaky running backs.
Right.
Always.
Right. Shout out to Mike 28th Street. Kyle, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, right? But I just want to let you know that I believe since the last time Dallas been in the Super Bowl, the Rams have been to 4 Super Bowls.
Rams been to 4 Super Bowls?
2-2 in them Super Bowls.
Hold on.
Wait.
Okay, yeah.
1-1 in St. Louis. 1-1 in LA.
Golf
and Vito, since y'all won a Super Bowl, since the last time y'all won a Super Bowl, we have 2 rings. So I don't want to talk all that old school franchise shit.
We ain't been to Super Bowl 2 years.
Y'all. I excluded you from that. You see how I said Mike and Kyle? I excluded y'all.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm heartbroken.
I know you
I'm
was.
heartbroken. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say I thought we was gonna win, but I ain't think we was going out like that. We went out like some suckers.
Listen to what I'm going to tell you,
y'all
Kyle.
Y'all played
Kyle.
some players.
Y'all ain't that nice.
Listen, I went to grind you up one day, right? Let me tell y'all a funny story real quick. When T-Mac and them was up 3-1, and then they lost to Detroit, right?
Uh-huh.
When they was up, my man paid me money in advance. I said, don't put the money in my hand. He said, nah, they going to come back this, that, and the third. My oldest daughter was about to be born. When it was game 7 after they lost, my man hit me up like, I need that money back and put the rest of it on it. My daughter was born not too long right after that, and that kind of like saved me. Yeah. So I'm like, I ain't going to grind Kyle up because I know he just coming into, you know what I mean, having his joy.
Hey, man. Shout out to my son, man. Cody, what's up?
Shout out to the young Cody.
Shout out Cody.
You saving him already.
You know what I mean?
Top 3 podcast people. Who you got? What you got, Vito? What's your top 3 podcast?
My number 1, probably the funniest shit out there right now is $1 Million for Game. Shout out to Gillian Wallow.
Shout out Gillian Wallow.
Repping the city. My number 2, I gotta go with Drink Champs, man. They be fooling too. That's my shit.
Right.
And my number 3, I don't know if y'all down with it, is my expert opinion with Mav Hoffa.
Mm-hmm.
That's my shit.
I never seen
Yep.
that.
Yeah, you gotta check that out.
That's a good job.
Shout out to Mav. That's the shit.
Shout out to you, Vito. That's a good list, boy. You did good. I might gotta cancel you.
I ain't had a whole cup yet.
Oh, well, we gonna hold that Uber. What you got, Kyle?
I would have my number one. It's similar to his. I got $1 million worth of game. That'd be my number one. I like what they doing over there. Like they got good, and their interviews be good. They be having good interviews,
right?
And they got the hottest of the hot on on a platform,
right?
I would say 2 will be Drink Champs because they just be tripping on there. Nori be just be fooling. Nori funny as shit. I was watching the joint with Pat Poose the other night. And 3, it would be between, I would say, the old Joe Budden podcast with Rory and Maul. I liked that one. I don't really watch this one, the new one he got. And it would be between them and the old I Am Athlete with Brandon Marshall, Fred Teller.
That just started boring me though.
But they now they got their own joint. They got
with Clark.
Yeah, the pivot. Like they want, it was a money thing. They wound up breaking up.
I don't really too much like Ryan Clark because if we talking about a hater, he's a fucking hater.
Ryan Clark.
Yeah.
But I like it was Brandon Marshall, Ocho Cinco, Fred Teller, and Shannon Crowder. Yeah, I like that when they was together. But now this is so. My 3rd is kind of sketchy because I don't.
Well, we got similar lists, but mine $1 million worth of game is my number 3.
Number 3, okay.
My number 2 is my expert opinion. You know what I mean? Shout out Mav Hoffa.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, he be having some dope joints on there. He like represent for like real niggas. Like we met Mav Hoffa out Brooklyn one time. Okay. We was out there to do a show, and it was right after the Reed Dollar shit where it's in the car.
It's in the car.
And Mav Hoffa, like he was a real thorough nigga though. And he was just bidding off of that and all that. So, but
that was funny.
That's my number 2. My number 1 is Nori Drink Champs, and I think the reason why I got them 2 over $1 million worth of game is probably because I'm showing my age. They do more with the old shit, the older artists and shit like that. Like Drink Champs, I mean $1 million worth of game more diverse where they got the younger guys up there too. But I think that being as though these 2 podcasts got shit like for shit that was going on back in the day, that's dope. So that's my 3. What's your top 3 podcast people? Keep it a C note with us. Ask y'all a question right now. I know y'all got a good brotherhood going on. Having friends these days, is that overrated?
You want to go?
These days it might be, but in our era it's not. Because I'm still friends with the same niggas to this day.
Right.
Yeah. And I would say the same thing because I know I might look young, but I'm 37.
Right.
So I've had the same friends, and I don't even call them friends because it's like if you've been been with me, it's like family. So
right.
I had the same families for about 25 years now. Been around this dude since I was a kid. Right. And everybody I've been in high school with, I got like a core like 6 or 7 of them, and then Mike. And yeah, so I would say maybe nowadays for like this newer generation because they move a little different than than we did.
Right.
So I would say probably for them, but not for me. Like I got the same core people from the last 20 years that we never been through nothing. We ain't never backbite each other. None of that. It's all been.
I'll give you the greatest example. Me and this dude met in 96, 97, some shit like that.
Yeah.
We ain't seen it. So after we both got discharged, we ain't seen each other in fucking maybe 20 years. We linked back up like we never left.
There you go. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I mean, our era a little different. I can't.
To me, I think it is overrated. It's always been overrated because, like, basically what y'all was just saying, 25 plus years, like that's family.
Hey.
It's not, like you said, I call them, but that's family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That shit ain't really friends. You know what I mean? Like Mom Dukes always used to say, friend ain't nothing but $1 in your pocket. So when you got people that's close to you, like usually, like I don't consider nobody my friend. Like, it's just like that's family.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm the same way.
Like If you ever hear me, and this might be a secret, I don't want to rub nobody wrong because y'all might have heard me say it. You ever hear me say, that's my homie?
Yeah.
And that's just what he's like more like an associate. You see what I'm saying? Anybody that's close to me is like family. Exactly. Like that's so to me, like, especially nowadays, nigga be like, yeah, that's my man, and then 2 weeks later, his man got him killed. Like his man got him lying. So I always think that shit has been overrated. Like you meet people in your life because you gonna meet someone like Vito saying, we was together 9 to 12 months and then we separated. But that first time where we met, we had so much of a strong connection that it's like, it don't matter how long we've been separated, like, there's always going to be that vibe there, you know what I mean? So, to me...
Hold on, can I tell the story of how we became closer than what we were when we first met?
Go ahead and tell the story.
I ain't going to tell the full story. I'm going to just say, originally, me and him was just cool. Then I didn't even see the fight, but I heard he pieced somebody up who was my man. Still cool with me to this day, but... And we was like, damn, he pieced my man up. So I ain't really fuck with him like that after that. But he ain't know that because we still was cool.
Right.
But then I was like, the nigga who he pieced up ain't want to retaliate. So I'm like, if he ain't retaliate, why should I give a fuck? And then ever since then, I just knew he wasn't for the bullshit. And that's my style. I ain't for the bullshit. So slowly but surely became tighter and tighter, and we just was. And then we played ball together,
right?
And he was second best to me, of course, but but he been my man ever since because I knew he wasn't for that shit.
One point of that story that's missing. Vito's man is the original Frankie with the grippers going. Vito left that part out. He's the original Frankie with the grippers going. He left that part out though, but
hold on, how you become Frankie with the grippers going?
He lost his grippers.
How he lose it?
Huh?
How he lose it?
Them Jones was not sturdy. They wasn't sturdy. And he didn't, what Cool Breeze say, he didn't watch for the hook.
He watched for the hook.
Okay, so what's your thoughts, people? Having friends today, is it overrated? Keep it a C note with us. Before we get out of here, Vito, pick one, clip one, Vito, Kyle. Who's more salty for the Rams Super Bowl win? Is it one of y'all? Is it my... Nah,
might be me.
It's me.
Nah. But on a real note,
followed up by me.
Who's more salty about the Rams Super Bowl win? Is it Deshaun Jackson who asked to be traded, or is it Tart of the Niners who dropped the interception while y'all was up 3? I'm sorry, Vito.
It's all right. It still haunts me, but I'm gonna say Deshaun Jackson because with Tart dropping interception, even if we won that game, it's no guarantee we would have won the Super Bowl. Y'all actually won the Super Bowl. And Deshaun Jackson ass out, and he went to the Raiders,
right?
And you see the outcome,
right?
I would say D-Jack for sure because he's from Cali,
right?
He went out there to do exactly that,
right?
And it would have been great for him to, from his career to win a Super Bowl with the Rams in LA,
right?
It would have been full circle for him. So I know I thought about that at the Super Bowl. I said I know he's sick.
Why did he went out?
Because he wasn't getting no playing time. But originally, though, he came to the team. He was cool with not getting no playing time.
He didn't get no playing time before that.
I don't know.
He really didn't do that much with the Raiders either. Except for game.
I will say this, though. By him not getting that much playing time, D-Jack made it through the whole season. This is the first time in a while he made it through the whole season.
And but he's been a ball for y'all, too.
And he popped up, like, even when y'all, like, I forgot what game it was. When,
he had a couple games where he came in and
pop out. Like, he's still fast as shit, but he should have set his ass down, chill, and got that ring like OBJ.
I agree with y'all. Just on the strength that not only is he from there, but for a couple years, he was trying to get there.
Oh, yeah?
He was trying to get to the Rams for a couple years. Then he got there. They told him ahead of you, like, you might not play all that much. He was cool with it. Then it just became a problem.
And then you behind Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods. So it's like...
And then Robert Woods went out. You would have been in there.
Yeah, so... Yeah, he played his stuff.
He really would have been in there. He might have got off with Odell and them too.
Like, if you got Odell and Kupp and you in the slot.
But nah, I think though his money, they used his money to sign Odell.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
D-Jack, you played yourself, bro. You really did.
Pick one clip, one people. What you think? Pick one, clip one. PBC has offered Canelo $100 million to fight Charlo and David. What's his last name?
Benavidez.
Benavidez.
So that the zone contract is up. He fulfilled that already.
Well, I think it's still with the. It's something like the zone is still air his fights, but it's like another. I don't know, some type of promotion deal. But I know he's still with all the same people he was with.
Okay.
So he can fight Benavidez and Charlo, if he do the PBC offer, or he could go with the Matchroom offer and fight Triple G again and Bevo. In 2 fights. Pick one, clip one. Who y'all rather see him fight? I don't think none of them can beat him.
No. Yeah, I don't think nobody could beat Canelo. I would rather him fight one of the Charlos. I would rather see that fight or Benavidez. I don't want to see him fight Triple G again. I'm cool on that fight.
I would rather him see Charlo and Benavidez. I think he could fight them Monday and Tuesday and beat both of them.
I think he'll.
See, I was more so on I don't want to see the Charlo lose like that, or because it might nosedive his career. But yeah, I don't want to see him fight Triple G again at all. So
that ship's up.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts, people? Who you want to see Canelo fight next? Let us know.
Cool, man.
So Vito, the other day I had a couple people at the spot. They was talking about the Jay-Z whole Philly thing, and it's been a hot topic for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I seen that.
You got something to say about that?
Yeah, about with Jay. Like, I will say this: Jay I would say he did take a lot from Philly when they got around.
Right.
He did. Like his swag got a little different.
Right.
His vocabulary got a little different. I would say that, but I think he still would have been him without them. Okay. But he did take a lot from Philly. Because I remember people used to say, like, he got a lot of shit from Chris and all that. Like, you could hear Chris in his raps. But I think Hov would have still been Hov without them. But he did. Philly is a big influence on him. Because if you didn't know he was from New York, you might... You know what I mean? Say he might be from Philly. You know what I mean? So I would say that.
I will just add to this though. Philly was the 3rd biggest market at that time. FYI, so you know.
And I ain't like how y'all did my man Bleak either. I ain't like that either.
Nah, Blue Bleak better than that.
I ain't like
Bleak ain't better than
I ain't like how y'all did. Bleak is very underrated.
It's not about being better. So who would you rather listen to?
I like Bleak. Bleak got some good albums, man.
But Bleak. See, my thing is this: I don't want to confuse it. If you trying to switch the narrative on who would you rather listen to,
okay, well let's go with both.
Listen,
who's better
no. Listen to what I'm gonna tell you, Vito.
I already told you who.
It's already a biased opinion from you, just because one of your favorites is Jay.
But you know I have a Philly bias.
No. But listen, one of your favorites is Jay, and if you listen to a Bleak album, it's damn near a Jay-Z album because Jay.
No, it ain't. It ain't even the same style.
I like Bleak, but I think Bleak get a bad rap because, like I said, he was behind Hov. Hov's the GOAT. It's hard to get out that shadow.
Listen, I broke it down.
He makes some good music though.
Beans, Free, Chris, and Petey, I feel like are flat out better than Bleak. But as far as who I'd rather listen to, I would go Beans, Freeway, then Bleak. I don't know too many songs that Chris got on his own or album. I don't know about Petey and the rest of them guys.
Well, you need to catch up.
Catch me up.
Yeah,
you need to catch up, baby.
State Property, my guy. That's my guy.
But I ain't talking about the State Property. I'm talking about the solo project.
Not to dwell on Jay and Bleak too much, right? So,
but go ahead.
The conversation started off that, and it went from everywhere. But we got a comment from my cousin, and my cousin, it was about Tupac video came on, California Love. And 2 of the brothers in my house said that they did not like Tupac. They thought he was overrated. Okay. My cousin said Tupac seemed like he was a get in where you can fit in type dude. Meaning that he said if none of that stuff never happened in New York, if it would have happened in Cali, he said he believes Pac would have been on the East Coast saying fuck Cali, this, that, and the third, vice versa. Yeah. He referenced Whack 100. He got some type of clubhouse thing where they was talking about it, and basically Whack said that Pac was a fool for getting into stuff that he didn't know nothing, and he got killed for a gang that he wasn't even in, basically. So, what's your thoughts? Do Tupac rub you as a get in where you can fit in ass nigga?
I look at it like this. Tupac was in NY when he got hit up. He felt like them dudes set him up. Then he wound up going to jail afterwards. The niggas that got him out wasn't from New York. The niggas that got him out was from Cali.
Right.
Mind you, he was living out in Cali for a period of time. Yeah. And them dudes put him on, put some money in his pocket, and his career wasn't never that big until he got down with them dudes. So him repping Cali, I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
And as far as getting where you fit in, when you he first is down with Digital Underground as like a road ball. Right. So of course he gonna get in because he's trying to get on. Right. And then I don't know where he went after that. Who he was with after Digital Underground?
I think
Interscope.
He was by himself.
With Interscope by himself.
Yeah. I think he somewhat to me is like I think so because like you said when he was locked up his only way out was Suge Knight. That was his only way out. He was gonna be sitting. Right. So I feel like when he got out, his loyalty was to to the West because he's an East Coast dude. You know what I mean? Right. But I feel like when Suge put the money up, got him out. Got the contract for him, and like you said, he was more popular once he got to the West. But I feel like what you said, if it would have been, say, if Bad Boy would have bailed him out, he would have been probably.
Well, I'm not saying you feel like that though, because that's how my cousin.
I feel like
that. But that's only right though. Yeah. Whoever
I do feel like
whoever come to your rescue is most likely gonna be loyal to.
Yeah.
Listen, that was my thing, Vito. First of all, my thing was. With Whack 100, I don't know nothing about no gang stuff or nothing. But what I'm saying is, music-wise, to me personally, I don't know about y'all, I've always looked at Tupac as a West Coast artist. I'm talking about when he first came out.
I agree with that. Yeah,
where's Digital Underground from? Are they from the West Coast?
They're from the West
Coast. From the West? Okay.
So my thing is, he started out with them.
I always looked at him like that too.
He always, even his music, to me, out of all his albums, the one album that sounds like it might have been an East Coast album, like people don't even talk about is Me Against the World. That album with so many, that's the only album that I see. Everything else, like this nigga, what's that? The Pain joint on Above the Rim. He said, "My city full of gangbangers and drive-by." That's before Death Row.
That's one of the most underrated, one of his best songs.
But that's before Death Row. So he was already. So he started yelling MOB and all of that shit. So
now that you say that, it made me think like.
But a lot of people always go off. He was born on the East Coast. But when you look at music wise, like I've never considered him East Coast.
That's true. That is true.
He was born on the East Coast, but just because you was born over here, where you make your bones at?
Right. And he talk about Lokes. He was all talking about all
Lokes
that.
Khaki suit.
Yeah, but I mean, he was talking about all that before California Love. Yeah. Like California Love was, and like I tried to say to them is, think about it on the flip side, the art of war, right? Let's just say. He went out representing MOB. He got into a fight where it was some gangbang shit. But just before all of that, when he's screaming all this Cali, fuck the East Coast and all of that, is he really doing that to start a beef, or is he doing that because these niggas got my back?
I think it's more.
And I'm gonna make it look like to them like I'm down for anything, but in all actuality, I'm just doing that shit because I know they got my back. Yeah. That's my thing.
Yeah, and Suge was like, Suge was the man at that time. So, like, I feel like he did put his neck out there like, they got me.
And on top of that, Suge didn't like Puff anyway. So it was like, that was like hand in hand. Yeah. But, like, even with Whack 100, like, I don't know about gang banging or none of that. And I understand it. You wasn't born in that shit. It don't come to you for you to just jump into that. But, like, we was just talking about. If you meet somebody today or tomorrow and y'all vibe and y'all A1 like that and we go out, like we can go out right now. I know Vito, but if you get in a situation, I'm going to jump out the window for you too because we all together. And I think, that's why I'm saying I don't think they understand that. You know what I mean? So to me, that's what it was. It's like if they got my back, I'm all in. Like we
definitely was that.
Fuck them niggas. You know what I mean? Like you gotta look at it. Pac just got hit up. Like I know people like on the streets. I know y'all probably niggas get crazy after they get shot, and they survive. Like niggas out here be acting crazy. Like for years though. So just imagine, he got shot. Niggas, he about to go to jail. He got all this shit going on, and who comes scoop him in and save him but the death row niggas? All right, so now your problems is my problems, and vice versa. And I don't think people look at it like that. Last but not least, on the flip side of that, we had my folks, my OJ. He didn't want to be announced, but he's a DJ and all that, and he get around the city. He said Biggie bars was basic, and the concept he rapped about was already said before him from other rappers. And he said his beats was from 70s music, so it kind of saved him when he came out. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that? Was he basic? Was his bars basic?
I don't think his bars was basic. Like Biggie could really spit. Like Biggie was my favorite rapper for a long time until Hov. But I don't think his bars was basic. If you want to say like his flow might have been basic, may have been the same, and then you said like his people saying stuff he said before, like everybody, you know what I mean?
Right. Everybody does that.
Everybody
yes.
recycle.
Yes, that's
just
that.
what happened.
I believe that.
No, I think it's like a spitter. Biggie, one of the best spitters ever. Like, you know what I mean? Like listen to go back. I mean, he only got 2 albums, so you ain't gonna go that far. But listen to them albums. Biggie.
But he got a mixtape too with the joint with the 7 Mecca 11s, 838, 9.
Big and split. Yeah. Big and splitter. I like
as
that.
far as they talk about basic flow, when you told me that, the first thing came to my mind is a bar that he said that I didn't even realize what he was talking about till probably 2 years later when he said more gone than Freeman. Mm-hmm. Now that's a play on Morgan and Freeman.
Right.
And when he's saying more gone, meaning like I'm gone, I'm crazy, more gone. Come on, man. The average nigga, even niggas to this day, ain't spitting like that. And if we're talking about basic, Tupac basic.
I was getting ready to say that.
He's fire.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that.
And Biggie is way more.
For the record, though, because I just bounced back and forth. For the record, the OG did say Tupac flow was basic. Yeah, but he said both of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, he did say.
To me, Pac wasn't a spitter. He was like he said some shit.
Yeah, he said both of them.
Who was your OG's favorites?
People like Rakim, Public Enemy.
That's what I'm saying. Public Enemy don't get no more basic than Public Enemy. Yeah. And they ain't got nothing on none of these dudes.
Okay.
They had a couple good songs, but we're not gonna do that.
Listen. I went back and listened. I'm going to say this, right? Biggie, we always had a conversation where we be like, just because you're not a good spitter doesn't mean you can't make a good song. Mm-hmm. Sure. Biggie can go. He can go, but he does get basic sometimes. He does get like, I mean basic as far as the vocabulary, but what saves him is he know how to pick good beats. He know how to flow on the beat. His stories.
Yeah, his stories. Yeah.
His stories is on another level. So that's where that put me at. So I'm like, he like once in a while he say something, you be like, damn, that was a dope bar. But more so you just like the fly shit that he say more because he like a fly nigga to me. I think the stories really grab me. That's what grabbed me.
At the end of the day, sometimes basic is better because both of these dudes we talking about is top 5 that are alive.
Right.
More is less too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Yeah, I like Big. I can't say Big basic. Big could go.
And basic based on like or as far as like punchlines and shit like that because there's a lot of punchline rappers out there, but they don't always make good songs.
Right, that's a fact. What's your thoughts, people? Biggie, was his bars basic? Was his flow basic? Keep it a C-note. Let us know. Before we get out of here, I want to ask y'all a question. Because all this Bleak, Jay-Z, Biggie stuff, all this stuff started a couple weeks ago. The whole gist of the episode originally was, why does Philly have so much talent and not that many superstars, right? So I want to close the show out by, I want to say a couple things and y'all can intervene if y'all agree or not. The first thing, and I want to really direct some things to like my guy DJ Bugsy and all, because that's who that episode was originally for. And a lot of people give Philly the bad look and all that, say we can't make songs, we can't do this. And my theory has always been that people take from Philly, they steal, and they... What I'm going to ask you, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Lil Wayne. At one time or another, they were the top rapper in the game, right?
True.
All of their careers is influenced by Philly.
Who's Biggie's influence from Philly?
Right. See, that. A lot of people like let that go over their head. B.I.G. is making his cream. That's Schoolie D. He redid Schoolie D whole song. He said that he said that I just seen an interview. I was trying to find it. I don't know who it was, but they said like he was infatuated with Philly.
Okay.
But like a lot of people let this go over their head. Junior Mafia, JM.
Yeah. JBM.
And you know, and
That's J. Yeah, like he took a lot from Philly. Like
he probably had Philly talk. You know, he was fucking with
Charlie.
With
Yeah,
Charlie,
yeah.
so.
No, but the interview I seen that I couldn't find. They were saying that he used to love Philly. He loved Philly.
Everybody
loved
Philly.
Nori said Philly is his biggest market.
Everybody
Right.
loved Philly. Like I was just watching the $1 Million Worth of Game, like with Pusha T joint, and he was talking. Everybody loved Philly.
I'm glad you mentioned Pusha T, but I'm gonna get to him. Look, Jay, he had the prop. He had Beans. Lil Wayne. A lot of people listen. I wanna make a lot of people shout out Gilly. But to me personally, I think people get blinded in I think a lot of that shit from Lil Wayne come from Dutch. Shout out Dutch.
Okay.
If you see Dutch and them, they're all in the
Fireman.
No,
the Go DJ.
Go DJ.
Yeah.
They in the video, he got Gil Chain on and all that. But when you really listen to some of that shit, like she keep asking how, that's more like Dutch shit to me.
I think Dutch was originally the one.
Dutch was, yes. That's
Okay.
why I brung it up, because Gilly stayed with them, but they were all down at one point. And Dutch was the original guy that.
That was my man.
So, just with Wayne, I say even when Go DJ, all that shit come out and changes after he was around a Philly nigga.
Yeah, I just the crazy thing, I was just having a conversation about that. I was like, if you peep, I was telling somebody, I said, if you peep from Carter 1 down, once they got around, his whole everything changed. Like the way he dressed, everything changed from when Gilly and them got around. You can see it.
Dr. Dre, NWA, Ice-T, we give them a lot of credit. Gangsta Rap. Gangsta Rap was started by Schoolie D, straight out of West Philly, in case people forgot. Pharrell, he's one of the biggest producers. The Neptunes. What I be trying to say is sometimes you guys see the movies, like, with what's his little group called?
Nerd.
They don't make R-type music.
Nah.
So what my thing is, that's what he got the rappers for. Philly's Most Wanted is the clips are Philly Most Wanted, the rebound. I experimented with Philly Most Wanted, same two guys, talk coke shit and all of that. I made them go the commercial way. It didn't work. Now I got my two homies. I'm going to make them go the coke straight street way, and it worked.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
Philly Most Wanted was down with that too?
First artist.
Oh, I know.
First artist. Across the border and all that, that's
that was
Pharrell
my
with
shit.
him. That's Pharrell in him. So he got the biggest producer again. Not saying he wouldn't have been the biggest. His whole blueprint with the clips and all that shit come from Most Wanted. Philly shit. Last but not least, battle rap. We talk about URL, King of the Ring, and all that. All that shit comes from Too Raw from the streets. It all comes from. So if you guys have been blinded or under a rock or you don't know what the fuck is going on, I don't think it's about music, especially when it comes to Philly artists. They're going to get a Philly artist. They're going to take whatever they can take off of them.
Dry.
And then they're going to...
Yeah,
only us.
I agree.
Only us.
And it's not just music.
I agree.
It's everything.
Everything.
Comedy.
Like,
and
it's everything.
And if you go anywhere in the world, because like I've been a lot of places.
They love us.
Everybody, when they found out you from Philly, they love you.
Listen,
everybody loves Philly.
They don't even have to find. You don't have to tell them. They instantly
They know.
And they love you before
They know.
Yeah,
Listen,
I've been a lot of places.
Shout out my cousin Yusef. Back in the day when we was going to high school, every time he couldn't make grades and he would start messing up, my aunt was sending him down south.
Okay.
And when he was in down south, he would always get in trouble fighting. And his whole fights was because them niggas down south used to be hating that the Philly niggas was coming down there slamming all they chicks And you know what I mean? So Philly, we been everywhere. We been the shit. But we get diluted. Yeah. Like even with basketball, you can't tell me Deion Waiters ain't better than everybody that's in the league right now.
God.
Come on, man.
Listen, it's funny you say that because I just in a group on Instagram they just put the joint up with him and Tim Hardaway Jr. was going back to back. Yeah. It's no way in the world he don't deserve to be in the league with some of these bums.
And I was just on the live last night. He was doing a live. It was like 4 people on the live. On the basketball journey, they was talking about the Pro-Am coming up and whatever. Shout out to my man Mike Green.
Yep.
Come outside, bro. But they were talking about all the Philly ballers, and I was just on there listening to like how many nice niggas we got here. Like, but it's like a lot of us don't go to the league for, you know what I mean, for different reasons, politics. You know what I mean? They don't go to the league, but
we got no recruiting.
Yeah, we got the best. Like you don't really see a lot of Philly niggas in the McDonald's game. Like, you know what I mean? Like we got. I don't know what it is. We got a lot of talent. I think
the last nigga was Mustafa Shakur.
It just don't translate.
Even with us right now, right? We got Meek or we got P&B or Uzi, right? So the next young nigga that's up and coming right now, they don't want him because he's hot. They want him and they want him to diss one of them niggas from Philly. Why is it only with our city to get on? We gotta diss.
It seemed like every time it's a Philly nigga, it got to be one nigga. It's only one.
But it's only with our city.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's only one nigga.
Why couldn't we have major figures in state property at the same time? Why they had to beef with each other? And it's just so happened that one person turned the deal down, the next person turned the deal down, and then they go from cool to not like. Now, you might have some shit going on, but you're not going to tell me that big homie who contract got denied wasn't feeling no type of way about that. Didn't put no batteries in nobody back.
All I'm gonna say is when I watched $1 Million for Game, when Gil said they turned on that contract, he said the boy said, "I'm gonna make it hard for you."
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and he made it hard.
So hold on, I'll take it even further. I don't know if y'all remember, like back in the day, it was a powerhouse. And Hov was the headline.
And he scratched him.
And he scratched it. Yo,
I'm not
performing, I ain't performing.
It was a 2-day. Oh, yeah? That was the year they did the 2-day event, I think.
Okay.
They did Friday and Saturday, and they told them niggas they couldn't perform. That's crazy. But this only happens in Philly.
And it was in Philly.
The powerhouse was here, yes. And yeah. And I think that's where, like, the beginning of the end, where that shit all came... because... Figures was hot. State property was up and coming. They was both taking off. The city was loving both of them. And then it's like, everybody like, fuck the Figures. We ain't fucking with the Figures. Once they start beefing, that shit was over. It was like, fuck them.
I know one of the hottest songs out with the Figures and Beans, Dead Man Walking.
Right.
That's my shit.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it's always got to be one. Somebody. Only one person can pop in Philly at a time. Because
it's too much talent here. They don't. If you let too many people on at one time, there's a chance they kick the door in and they let everybody in.
Because there's no reason why like other cities like Chicago, New Orleans, Florida, everybody got 4 or 5 different people. Yeah, Atlanta.
But
50 niggas.
I will end it like this with y'all saying Atlanta and all these people saying that. But the flip side to that is it's only happening because these Philly artists allow it to happen. These Philly artists are supposed to kick the door in and have like no disrespect to nobody, but I don't care how bad a motherfucker can freestyle off the top of it, but there's no way Meek Mill was pushing that little young boy that got killed more than anybody from Philly. It's no way. It's no way. How the fuck is that possible?
That's a fact.
Last person that probably, like, you hear stories, it was Mac, it wasn't Mac, but the last time you seen where it was a bunch of motherfuckers on and it was love was state property. I'm talking about to the public. We don't know what it was behind closed. But to us, that was the last time where it was like.
Because how did you say that? No, Meek doesn't have really no.
He don't got no competition.
I ain't talking about the competition. I'm talking about like he don't really got no
Philly
team of Philly niggas that rap.
And every time he do get Philly niggas, they just be like on the side, and you don't
like. I know he signed Core. I know he signed him.
Yeah, but before that, like he had Lee Mason. He had Lee Mason and all them at one point in time. But it's like it's never like that. Like how the fuck do you go out there and Like, and don't get me wrong, because I'm not trying to diss nobody, but the kid was freestyling. It wasn't like he was just popping out good music. You had the kid on your album freestyling. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to tell me he's better than motherfuckers in the city or he got more potential. Like, how is that? So, it got to go hand in hand. Like, Philly niggas is only one person at a time, but it's like you don't let the door open. So, now that you don't open the door, this other label going to come and say, look, if you come at Meek or if you come at P&B right now, we go ahead and sign you and we can make this money off you. You know what I mean? But it's it's only us.
That's true. The last time it's been like somebody came in and tried to keep the door in for everybody was State Property.
But even then, that might have been when you had State Property, even before the beef, when you had State Property, you still had Most Wanted, you still had Major Figures, you had Eve, you had The Roots, you had Cassidy, you had Journalists, you had Trey Lee. Like, the shit was loaded. Bahamadia, like, you had all type. Now you don't got that. That shit ain't been like that for years. It gotta be a reason everybody can't make bad music. And shout out to Lil Uzi Vert, because as I put up on the IG story, he's like top 5 most streamed all time. He's in the billions, and he's a Philly nigga. And a Philly nigga that a lot of people from Philly don't even listen to. That's the fucked up part when you niggas.
A lot of niggas our age.
A lot of niggas our age, right? Yes, our age. But a lot of people, when y'all start talking that shit about making good music and all that, this boy, he don't got no major spins all everywhere. And you're not hearing Uzi but this nigga streaming in the billions.
Uzi a rock star.
Yeah, that's what
it is. Exactly.
A rock star.
Because like you said, he don't get a lot of radio play. Because I listen to the radio. He don't get a lot of radio play.
The last thing I heard on the radio of him was what's the joint?
Friends? Not My Friends Are Dead,
All My Friends Are Dead. That's the last joint I probably heard.
Got some major spins.
Yeah, that's the only
in our city, though. Because anywhere else, they probably spinning that nigga like crazy. That's why I'm saying this shit is goofy, and it go down to the managers, the DJs, a little bit of everybody get to play in that, man. But it's more than music. Like y'all gotta stop confusing things. And that's what I got. Yeah. Y'all got anything to add on?
Did y'all watch the
Versus?
The Versus, yeah. I did watch that. Watch that.
Just let me give a shout out to Will Smith, another Philly dude. That Bel Air Joan. I only seen one episode so far, but that Joan fire.
I watched all 3. They just put the 4th one out, but I like Bel Air. I think they could have casted it better because there's some of the characters kind of off to me.
No, I actually like the Jeffrey character. I don't like the Carlton character so far.
Yeah, but the show was pretty good. I liked it. And another thing I hate, I don't like when people that's not from Philly say Philly words. That shit sounds so
the nigga
forced.
who played Will, he say John right, but his right hand man when they got in the fight, they don't say John, they say John.
Yeah, and when they say bull, that should be off.
Wait, I ain't seen it yet. Is anybody from Philly in the show?
I don't know.
The only people that's from Philly is like people like they got Easy the Black Captain from URL. He in there. The boy Jay Black from URL. He in it. Freeway in it.
Yeah, Freeway was the coach.
And it probably was like 1 or 2 other people from Philly, but nobody is a major.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. Like, if you gonna have people playing like.
But how many made like?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know too many. I don't know a lot of actors from Philly.
Like I said, it's good. Like you said, he got
it's good. It's good.
Most of the music in the background is Philly.
It's Philly, yeah.
No. I'm not talking that, but I'm just talking about like when. Like my thing is this: if I'm casting somebody for a show, I'm not gonna cast nobody for Philly to do somebody from the Chi. A Chicago person. I'm gonna go get a Chicago person because they got the accent, they got the slang, and everything.
And
even when it comes to filming, like we don't say it like that.
Yeah,
that's my thing. How hard is it to say? Listen, John, Lawn, shit like that. How hard is it to say John? Phil, Will.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, players, even though I like the young boy that played with, I like him.
No, he actually say John, right?
Yeah, I like him. I just think that when you playing a Philly character, Philly words just sound forced by outsiders for some reason.
Yeah.
Our slang is just it sounds so forced.
Like when they say boy, Joe,
everything like when
even my son brought to my attention when they say real rap,
all that like when his aunt when Aunt Viv was saying certain little Philly words, it was just like I'm like no, I hate that, but the show I actually like the show. The show
hey, Will, come get a real Philly.
Yeah, Will got to come get Philly. It's just like when people. When they got somebody playing like a basketball role and they can't play ball, I hate that shit.
I was talking about we was talking about the underrated Philly underrated black actors, and we was talking a couple people brought up Anthony Mackie. Originally, I did not like him because he got a street ball movie.
I hate him.
I hated him for that movie because he's trash.
Listen,
I hate him.
He really trash.
Is Bull can Bull play basketball? That was just on Power because he looked like he can't.
Oh
play
my
ball.
God, that
Bull Zeke.
Yo, listen,
no, he trash. You can
He
say he trash
looked
too.
like he was. I be so mad when they show him shooting, bro.
When the last episode came on and he got killed, I was so happy. I ain't got to see him next season.
You ain't see that picture of Westbrook? He looked just like
he is the worst. I'm like,
was that? I don't follow him or nothing, but is that part of his script?
Who?
Or because if you no, if you peep like his kind of role, like because he was the star athlete, to me it's like they made him like he talks slow and all that shit.
So.
Like
shout out to Lorenzo for putting the cap in his ass, man. Because I ain't want to see him next season. Shout out to Lorenzo.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Lorenzo.
But I was going to ask y'all, what you got? I was going to ask you
go ahead.
about the verses. Did y'all see the verses AI versus T-Mac?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I watched it. What did you think about it?
As the first one, experimental.
Yeah.
I think they got to do a little bit longer and all that, and get help with better highlights.
Yeah, because I think it was a little dry to me. I think it was
first one.
Yeah, they should be a little better highlights. I didn't think they needed all like Fat Joe, Shaq. I'd have been fine with Taylor Rooks. They can on Taylor Rooks.
Even with that, like we was just saying about the Philly shit, like I'm watching Fat Joe, he's saying basketball players' names wrong and all that. I'm like, why the fuck you got him up there?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they needed all of that.
I mean, I know yesterday's price ain't today's price, and Joe get money, but you gotta relax, Joe. Like you got to relax.
My thing is, like, I didn't see it, but I did see an Instagram post when AI was talking about T-Mac not being in the top 75.
Yes, I want to. That's how I want to end the episode.
I wanted to tap in. I had that written down.
Yeah, Gore, you want to say?
No.
That's how I want to end the episode.
Yeah.
Listen,
they out of pocket for that.
Listen, I will say this: the most that we've been talking about was top 75 as far as what you achieved in the NBA.
Yeah.
I will say this: forget injuries and all that. If you're talking about just talent like that, just who can play and forget everything else, take everything. Yes, he is top 75.
Listen, remember we had the
and
I said him and Vince should have been. I forgot who was my third.
Yeah, but see, my thing was with the 75th anniversary team. Like I was trying to say, it was more so people that accomplish it. But if you just taking 75 players off pure talent, then T-Mac definitely.
That's why I said T-Mac. I think T-Mac and Dwight Howard should have been on that joint.
And Vince Carter should have been on
that. Like
that.
I don't. Even though, like I said, I know all that winning stuff matters. I don't. What's his name shouldn't have been on there to me. AD. I'm right. I'm AD.
Right. AD.
And I didn't like. I'm not the biggest Paul Pierce person either.
No, Paul.
Pierce deserved to be.
I'm in the middle between, but he deserved to be on there.
And there was somebody else that was on there. I think that I can't remember. It was one more French person that was on the fringe. I said, but for sure, I say T-Mac. And Dwight Howard should have been.
Yeah, but I've been a victim of hanging around the lefty, though, because, again, I just want to emphasize to people, T-Mac is my top 3 favorite player of all time, but getting around this guy, he will do that to you. And he'll throw you in that. You see, he tried to get me earlier with the Kwame Brown thing. Because I always defend Kwame Brown. So he throw him out there so I can shit on him. Yeah. I peep his whole movie now. I'm hip to that now. That's what So, T-Mac, that's how this shit started with me shitting on you. You are my guy, but I'm hip to him.
Yeah. Shout out T-Mac.
Shout out T-Mac.
T-Mac. AI.
Yup, shout out both of them. Before we go, LeBron James, he telling everybody, draft his son if you want me. What's your thoughts on it?
I think it was a smart move because there's no telling if his son was really going to get drafted. By him putting that statement out today saying, I'm playing with my son for my last year, he's definitely getting drafted now.
Yep.
So I think it was smart.
What year is this for his son in high school?
I think this is his son's second year in high school, maybe. So he might got 2 more years.
Oh my God,
one more.
he
LeBron
gonna
gonna be 75 years old.
Man,
He gotta
listen.
play at least 1 year of college.
Yeah, so I think he got.
Here's my thing. I respect that he want to do that and all that, but LeBron ain't bored and all that no more. Especially you talking about for 3 years down the road for the call it, man. Come on, LeBron. If you don't sit down,
somebody gonna draft him just for the revenue.
Somebody might draft him on the strength for the revenue.
Just
yeah,
the revenue.
that's possible,
Yeah,
man. But
it's smart. It's just like how Wisney, like LeVar Ball did for his sons.
yeah,
he hyped it up, got his sons in the league.
He guaranteed his son a draft pick.
So now
his sons got themselves in the league because
I'm talking
all
about,
of them may make it.
No, but I'm talking about LeBron's son. He's getting drafted now.
LeBron's son probably was automatically going to get drafted,
probably.
man. You know what I mean? So,
but shout out to LeBron for looking out for his son, man.
Shout out to LeBron. You just submitted your son a draft pick. I ain't never mad at that, but in 3 years, I'm definitely for sure you ain't.
They going to the where he going? He probably go to Detroit or something like that. I don't know.
Shit, he going to a nursing home.
Or the Thunder. In 3 years, I don't know.
Well, everybody, 28th Street was in the building today. Vito act like he know we didn't have to Uber and cancel that Uber, y'all. We gonna cancel the Uber. He was good today. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Keep hitting us up with your feedback. As always, I'm your boy Brown. To the left of me, I got
Vito.
To the left of Vito, we got
Kyle.
Mike. What up, though, Mike?
Yes,
you
sir.
see the hat?
Damn.
I'm just saying,
I'm still sick about that. I ain't gonna lie.
We'll holler at y'all people. Tell everybody to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell everybody. Keep it a C note. We out of here.
Shit. This is what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like.